Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here, and today we're going to be looking at how we're going to be creating our deconstruction model, also known as our exploded view model of the device that we deconstruct to show that not only it is a system, but it is a system that uses energy. So in today's guide video, I'm going to be breaking down how we're going to use the document that you're in, and more specifically, how to use pictures and the digital resources in this slideshow to show how your deconstruction device is a system. So we'll be showing how to use all the tools and tricks. And we're also going to be showing how to create this exploded view model of your device and the energy that it uses. So when you get into today's activity, you're going to see that the slides start off with a set of pictures that you're going to take of your device before deconstruction. You need 3 pictures of what it looks like before you take it apart to show where it began, how the device and the system looks as a whole in the very beginning. From there, you're going to have to take 3 sets of deconstruction pictures, image 1, 2, and 3. These are going to be different points at your during your deconstruction where you show not only how your device is coming apart, but also how those parts would interconnect if they were fully together. So as you progress through each of the sets of pictures, we should see your device becoming more and more deconstructed, and we should also see where all the parts would fit together, ending with a final picture that shows your entire model deconstructed, taken apart, and showing where all the parts come together, along with your energy arrows that show how energy works. So let's go ahead and take a look at an example of how this would work for a device. Now, I'm going to show you a device that really isn't necessarily an energy device like we brought in, but a device that uses energy to use, and that is a pen. So, with the very first slide, we took pictures of our pen at different points so we could see what your device looks like from different angles. You're going to be taking pictures with your Chromebook and pasting them into these 3 boxes here to show what your device looks like. From there, you're going to start to deconstruct. You're going to use your tools, you're going to use your friends, you're going to collaborate, you're going to figure out how your device comes apart. And as you deconstruct, you're going to take pictures of your device and you're going to lay it out in front of you and take pictures of it. Now, as you deconstruct it, you'll notice here that I'm using these yellow arrows to show connection. In other words, where the parts are connected. So with this pen, you'll see I took the front part off and the back part off, but the middle part is yet to be deconstructed. So I'm showing what has come apart and where it would be connected. Now notice, if I were to put this pen back together, I would just fit this right back into the back side. I would screw this into the front side and I would have a complete system. What I don't have is parts and pieces all over with arrows confusingly pointing to one another. It flows easily into a visual aid that shows me how it's put together. Let's imagine that I continue to take my pen apart and I take this middle section off. You'll notice for this second image, I still have those 2 parts deconstructed, but now I have this next part deconstruction and I've added an arrow to show, hey, this part's connected here, this part's connected here, and this part is still connected here. Finally, for my third image, I take apart the next section and you'll notice that I have all of these next parts showing how each one is connected. The top of the pen to the body of the pen, the body of the pen to where it's all connected, the pen to the ink with the spring, and the spring to the tip. Again, using those arrows to show where they're connected. Lastly, and this is the final part, you'll notice that I have the entire device deconstructed. I could still take my pen and put it all together quite simply by putting each part that's next to each other into the next and following part. You'll see all of these are taken apart, all of the pieces. But now I'm using red arrows to show where the energy is being used and how it's flowing within the device. This is where I would infer as a scientist. I'm no longer showing how it's connected. This is to help me keep track of how the system is put together with all of its intricate parts. This is to show how the energy flows. So if you're looking here, you'll notice there's an arrow here by the back because when you click a pen, that's where you push down. That's where the energy starts. The energy is then transferred to the pen ink section here. The pen ink gets pushed down, and then that energy gets pushed into the spring, which then pushes the tip out for you to write. So notice I'm showing how energy is being used in the different parts of my system. Notice I don't have an arrow by the middle section here or the body section here because energy isn't really used here. It's just a place to hold parts of the device. So I'm showing where energy would be used, or I'm inferring where energy would be used in the overall device. So that's how we use our resources, our pictures, our connection arrows, and our energy arrows to show our EVM. So how it's being deconstructed over time, and then that full completed exploded view model at the very end. So take a second, complete your survey. If you have questions about how to use your pictures and digital resources or how to create an exploded view model, go ahead and put your X somewhere in the lower sections, whether one or both of those ideas are confusing, and make sure you reach out. Good luck with your deconstruction and your exploded view models.